Let's get sweaty.
Hey guys, welcome to a Shenmue Dojo video. This is your April Rally Call results video. Suffice to say, off the back of BAFTA announcing Shenmue as the most influential game of all time following a public opinion poll, the pressure was on for the community to come out in force for the Tweetathon the next day. And suffice to say, the community did not let anyone down whatsoever, and this resulted in the largest tweetathon we've had since we started these mass rally calls just over a year ago now. And the results for this are absolutely fantastic. We've trended for a whole year in a row now, which again is amazing news. Blue Sky again trended again for the third month in a row, and it trended at least 2 to 3 times on there. And X was just a fantastic result all around as well. So let's dive into the results first. I'm going to start with Blue Sky because they're the quicker ones of the two, and then I'll come on to X, where all the exciting stuff is. So in Blue Sky, we trended in the top 15 words at 8 a.m. in the morning, following the 8 a.m. message that we put out this time around. That showed a good level of success there with that, which is a fantastic result. And then from 8 o'clock in the evening to 8:20 in the evening, it trended amongst the top 30 words during that time frame within the evening on Blue Sky as well. So as I say, it doesn't come up on the normal trending bit on Blue Sky because it doesn't go that far back yet. But there are plenty of accounts on there that scrape the words, and you can see that the hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 was there and trending, and it's been the most consistent results we've had on there to date. So fantastic work over on Blue Sky, everybody. Love to see more on there and expand that as much as we can alongside the posts that we're doing over on X. Which then brings me to the result on that platform as well over on X. So this is where, for me, I think things really took off. And again, why I understand the concerns with X. It is still an important platform for the rally calls and the tweetathons and everything else. So, off the back of the previous day's news, of the BAFTA and everything else, you were thinking we're going to have a good result over here. And I think we got 99% of everything that I wanted here. So, first and foremost, the word Shenmue trended in the morning. So this is around sort of 8:30 in the morning with 5,163 posts. Great start to the day, superb start to the day, and I do definitely think it was helped in part by the BAFTA stuff, but also the 8 a.m. message that we put out to get things moving in a positive way. Then later on in the evening, hashtag Let's Get Shenmue 4 trended itself. This is around sort of 7:45 p.m. before we actually did the mass tweets, and this had 7,951 posts, so absolutely brilliant again, superb. And then late in the evening, around sort of 11:30, the word Shenmue trended again with 9,503 posts. So we didn't get the 10,000 in one trend. I'm utterly convinced that was there. We just didn't see it. I still want to see it. I'm not going to let that one go. But just to put this into perspective, December we had around 14,000 posts in total, which is a really good result off the back of everything. I do think it would have gone higher had the billboard worked, but that's where we were. Coming in then for April, so it's the year anniversary. We've come off the BAFTA stuff and we've done the two messages, the mass tweets, one at 8 a.m. and one at 8 p.m. And suffice to say, the community came out in force. We had a grand total that I saw and have totaled up of 22,617 posts in total. That is the largest result we have ever had in this whole year that we've been pushing the thing. This is a absolutely superb effort, and well done to everyone in the Shenmue community who's pushed that out and made that possible, made that happen. So absolutely insane, guys. Well done. Now, I'm going to say, why do we do this? Everybody knows by now, but if you're new to this, it's to keep Shenmue in the public limelight and to get the 4th game in the series and potentially get things finished with the 4th and 5th game. This month has definitely been successful with the tweetathon. You can see that by the numbers, and also keeping things in the public limelight. BAFTA topping that public poll. That is the kind of opportunity that Shenmue needs. It keeps it in the public limelight. It keeps exposure on the community. It keeps exposure on the franchise and the game, and keeps things moving. Now, this is not the time to sort of take our foot off the accelerator pedal. We've had a fantastic result, but now we need to hammer that advantage home, and we need to do it as much as we can. So as I say at the end of all these videos, if you're out there on social media on X and Blue Sky, make sure where you can that you're posting about Shenmue, getting it out there as much as we can in a positive way, and celebrating the success around the Shenmue series at present. And then when it comes on to the tweetathons, themselves. Obviously, everybody's going to be continue participating in the rally calls. We're not going to stop doing them at all. They seem to be having some sort of effect at the moment, which is fantastic. What we are going to be doing is keeping the 8 AM message. That is going to change up ever so slightly to reflect the news from the BAFTA. And we're going to be keeping the 8 PM mass tweet as well. So I'll explain all of that in a video, in a follow-up video to this very, very, very shortly. But as I say, guys, it is imperative we don't let up now. I feel with this BAFTA, I feel with Inning coming on board, that the tide has changed. There's more positivity around Shenmue. There's more discussion around Shenmue. It is in the public limelight. It ended up on national news in the United Kingdom. There is something happening sort of below the surface there, I am sure of it. And hopefully what we've been doing will allow people like Wisenet, whoever, to give them some sort of bargaining tools to go, look, Shenmue's still important. It's still here. There's still a market for this thing. Let's get this game finished. Let's get this series finished. My last thing to say, outside of all the importance of coming out on both of these platforms, X and Blue Sky, is a thank you to everybody in the Shenmue community. Not just the community groups, but each and every one of you that's come out, backed this, not just for this year and not just this month, but all the way through. You've backed this, you've got behind it, you got behind the message that James and I have been putting out for well over a year now. And thank you for everybody who's engaged with this, because if you don't engage with this, our message doesn't go anywhere. It falls on deaf ears, and it requires a lot of teamwork from you guys, just pushing things, getting behind what we're trying to do, and you've done that in abundance, so thank you. But as I say, we cannot and must not let up now. We've got a really good opportunity here. Really, really good opportunity. Let's make sure we take it, and let's make sure we get Shenmue finished. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave things there. Thank you, as always, for dropping in on the video content. Like, share, subscribe on all the usual places. And I will be back with a video in the not too distant future. But for now, guys, take care. Have a good one. I'll see you soon.